Question: do you know how to de-winterize your RV? If not, by the end of this video, you definitely will, and you might even learn how to troubleshoot your water pump while doing so. All right, so first things first, we want to make sure we fill up our fresh water tank. We're basically going to be retracing all our steps from the winterization video. This is de-winterizing, so you're getting your unit ready for the camping season, guys, which is exciting. So we're going to be filling up our fresh water tank. That's right here, our freshwater supplies. I will be doing mines on the Sunset Trail of 2020. All right, so here's another tip. I will give you plenty as we go along. So now the water is actually filling up the freshwater tank. On the inside, you could troubleshoot and check for any leaks in this line that's going to be filling up your freshwater tank. That's something you really want to be paying attention to. You also can reach back here and change that valve over. That's some de-winterization that runs into your coolant or antifreeze. You want to make sure it goes straight up and down, not to the side, okay? So you want to check for any leaks. So as this fills up the freshwater tank, you can look, observe. You also want to make sure you close that handle underneath. That is your freshwater tank release to let all the water out of the freshwater tank. Now that we have our tank, our freshwater tank filled up to at least 2/3 or full all the way tried, we can move on to the next thing. We're done filling it up. Why do we fill it up to 2/3 or full? One, we want to have enough water to push all the antifreeze out of those lines, but two, we're also de-winterizing, so that means we have to refill up the hot water heater. So we need enough water to fill up all those gallons of of water that the hot water heater stores, guys. So that's why we want to go 2/3 or at least full. Now you want to move on to closing all handles, your faucet handle, your shower handles, your outside sink handles, your outside shower handles. So when we get ready to turn on the water pump, we don't have water shooting everywhere or antifreeze shooting everywhere. So we want to go to each station and close those handles on everything. All right, so now you're either replacing, inspecting your rod, your anode rod, or however you say it, you're replacing. Now, if you have a newer hot water heater, you probably don't have one. So the Sunset Trails do not have one. We just have a cap. You're gonna replace that cap. Once I go hand tight, then I switch over to the channel locks just to get that last little bit. And of course, you're going to inspect this area for like leaks and stuff. As you see there, it's all the way in. That's what it looks like on our actual unit, the Sunset Trails. After that, I like to move over to my low point drains. I like to take the caps off and let all that antifreeze that was sitting in there drain out, guys. Oh, there you go. So that is right. We are on our way over to the hot water heater now. As you see here, guys, you're already here waiting on me. We have these in winterization mode still. We need to make sure the water now is going into our hot water heater. So as you see, it was going to bypass, but now it's going to shoot in to make it hot. And we also have the cold down bottom also shooting in. So the water will now come in through these lines, go into here, or come out of here, and then work its way through the camper, guys, as you see. So you want to make sure you plug it back in. If you unplug it, I never do that, but these need to be pointing in 90 degrees into the hot water heater. So we have, all right, now that we have the hot water back in the camping season mode, we're almost complete. So we have the hot water with the anoid or the cap back in it, whatever you want to call it. We have the low point drains cap back up. So after we let that little bit of antifreeze out, we cap them back up. This is going to help pressurize the system when we go to turn on the water pump. We also got that valve in the front where we might have used that quick winterization mode. We got that set back in the camping mode. Whatever direction that is for you, make sure you have that set. Now we're going to make our way over to the water pump so we can turn it on and let it fill up and pressurize the system. We want it to fill the hot water with that fresh water. All right, we hit the water pump. We hear it pressurizing. We can even go outside and check those low point drains. You see no drips, no leaks. Now would be the time to tighten them up if you need to. We have that plug set back in here. No drips, no leaks. We want this to fill up. We can let a little air out of that system. We want to purge it. So as you hear right there, air is coming out. We can leave that open until water actually comes out of it just a little bit, and then we can close it up. All right, so you just saw what would happen if you pull the overflow valve. So the hot water heater is filled up. We have the water pump on, and our sound for the water pump has stopped. So that means the system is pressurized. There is no leaks. If you get a continuous sound, a humming sound, then you either don't have one of those valves tight at the low point, maybe your hot water heater, or you have a leak. And you do not want that, guys. So we should have pressure behind all faucets. You start with the one that's farthest away from your hookup. So your hookup is there, your tank is there. We want to go to the one that's in the bathroom. So let's see. Get all that air all the way until it runs clean. You see there? Get all of that soapiness out. Then we might got to come back to that one. Next, you want to also do the toilet. As we said before, get all of that antifreeze out of there, guys. Get the air out of there. You have clear water, as you see there. Looking good. Back to this one if you want. We can do the hot. Get the air out of there. Get the pink out of there. And see how it's still coming. We had a good amount in there, which is awesome. All right, we switch over to the cold water, which seems to be doing very well. That one's done. This one has a little bit of air pressure in there, but it's doing great. That looks good to me. Now you go to your shower, guys. It's fine, let it go. That's good too. There you go. You see what we mean? Make it rain, make it rain. Get all that clean water in that line, guys. That's awesome, man. Now we go to this one. All right, so this is our last faucet. You'll see here, you want to get that foam out of there, but it's very clear compared to the other ones because we have already gotten it set up just right. We did it all, guys. That means all the antifreeze is out, and since the antifreeze was already in, the coolant was already in, it's at the lowest point. It's not going to push back to your hot water heater, so you should be fine. So as it fills up, it'll go into your gray tank, and you can dump that when you get to a gray dump tank station. Hopefully I helped you out, and if so, please smash that thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button and max your journey this camping season, guys. We'll see you around a campfire.